Alright, it should be live now on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Welcome back everyone for another day of chess training and puzzles. So today we'll be looking at doing puzzles and I think I'm going to stick to regular puzzles today. It looks like my puzzle rating has gone down a little bit, so we need to get that back up to 2300 and then onwards. The stream today is probably going to go for about an hour or two, so we'll get a little bit of puzzles in, solve some problems. Now the layout that I've got here today is a little bit messy, and there are reasons for that. On Friday I was doing a lot of filming, so I rearranged my whole room to have somebody else in to film some videos, and now I need to rearrange it back. And on the weekend, if you saw any of my streams over the weekend, I actually found new software which is really good, and I will be changing to that software shortly. So I'll be rearranging my studio again so that everything looks nice for the next stream. So not happy with how the stream looks right now after experimenting over the weekend, but there will be improvements on the way, so make sure you're sticking around for that. But let's get into the first puzzle. Now this one is black to move. Okay, so first I'm wondering if we simply just push the pawn, he can't go back to stop it, he can't go up to stop it, and he can't go across to check to stop it because the rook can take. So pushing the pawn looks like it's the first idea. Stonefrog, how are you? Welcome back, welcome back. I'm good. It's just took a little bit of time to get everything set up today. Unfortunate, but it's what it is. But I'm looking at making everything a little bit nicer. So hopefully the streams on Wednesday will be good. And speaking of Wednesday, I should be streaming a lot more on Wednesday, both a morning stream and an evening stream. So more streams coming soon. So if we push, if he takes, and then we push. Oh, okay. So the problem here is if we push, he takes, and then we push, and then the rook comes back for check, king moves, and then they queen anyway, so that might not be good. So instead I'm going to have a look at different options. Alright, good morning Andrew and Daman, welcome. Grown man doing chess for a living. Why not? Why not? Okay, so what are we looking for here? We're looking for promoting the pawn, but we're also looking for dealing with this situation here. So if we push, they take, we push, they come back for check. King moves here, not here because they will get the skewer, and then they promote. And I mean, you could bring the queen across for check, but I'm not quite seeing it yet. Why don't I play on chess.com? I do play on chess.com. I do play on chess.com. I'm on chess.com right now. Look, I'm thinking it is simply just rook takes, king takes, push, they go across, you block. Rook takes, king takes, push, they can't go up, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Endgames are always tricky. Always tricky. Let's get the next one set up. Next one's going to be black to move as well. Okay, so what I've got here is rook here, king comes down, and then we can't take this because this is hanging, so instead knight goes here, and that threatens a fork whilst also threatening the bishop, is what I'm looking at here. But is it correct? Let's find out. And now, unexpected moves, so we just recalculate, but I think it is pawn takes bishop, if rook takes, knight takes, and you're up a piece. If they go here, I'm sure there's something good like a fork there as well. I can't believe we dropped 80 rating points in the puzzles. All right, let's get the next puzzle going. Okay, so this one's going to be white to move. Okay, so the first one that I look at is rook here, they block, you go here, the pawn comes down, and then the queen goes back up here, and that is mate. But rook here, block, queen come down, pawn come down, sorry, not pawn come down, king goes up, and there's no longer a good threat. I don't see anything to do there that can be good. So I'm dismissing that one. There is another part here if we don't want to focus on mate, but the queen can block, and that's the only problem there. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. Man with head of dog. Welcome. What's my favorite opening? I don't really have one at the moment. I'm sort of experimenting with the collie system right now, but it's not doing me very well. In fact, I'd say my results with it have been pretty terrible. So I might be looking to explore something else. I am working on a new opening repertoire for black. I started that last night. I'm hoping I can pick it up fairly well. But yeah, I don't really have favorite openings at the moment. My favorite opening is surviving the opening, getting to the middle game. I think these are a little bit too challenging for me this morning. I need to switch on. Yeah, I even said before when I was analysing that I had mate over here, but Roy Lopez and London for White for French, Scandinavian. I do like Roy Lopez. Roy Lopez is a great opening. If I get this wrong, I'm going to Puzzle Rush. I'm going to get some easy ones done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see a solution here because I just could not see this one. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Yep. Off to Puzzle Rush we go. Puzzle Rush. Good. Yeah, that was a bit too little bit too tricky for me, and oh, okay. I was like, surely this isn't a rank 1 Puzzle Rush. Alright, here we go. I've actually filmed some opening videos, which I should be hopefully bringing out in the next couple of days. This one's black to move. There it is. Well, yeah, the plan this week is edit a lot of videos. So I do have a lot of videos coming out in the next week or two. I need to film another video that I've got an idea for, and I also need to. Is my YouTube stream working? And I also need to. Yeah, I just got a lot to do. I got a lot to do. But I do have a long day scheduled on Wednesday, which will involve a lot of streaming as well. So this one here, I feel like it's here for some reason, but I'm not convinced why. So I'm not going to play it because, well, that's kind of good. Here, takes, that's threat and checkmate. So it's going to move, I still go there, he goes across, it's just not, it's not quite it. And then we just realize that's just a free piece. That threatens checkmate, if he goes there we take. It's back to move, we got here but then they can take there, so that may not be it. We've got here threatening checkmate on the next move. The only thing that they can do here is do that, then we do that, they do that, we take, take, and then take. That looks good. And do we have anything? Not yet. Not yet. I'm thinking maybe just a queen here. That threatens something. Have I tried chess tempo? I did try it years ago, but yeah, it just didn't I did try it years ago, but it I don't know. I don't think I could use my board with it. I wonder if that's changed. Let's have a look. I don't want to register. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. Here seems like it's a logical move, but then he goes there. But here he goes there anyway. But here I have this. It's one of those tricky ones. One of those tricky ones. We go to the corner. I don't know. Let's go ahead and set this one up on the board once I get stuck on a puzzle. And king getting out of check is always one of those difficult puzzles for me. But yeah, I do find that there are a few too many repeat puzzles on here. Okay, so it's check. Okay, well, looking at the board, I feel like it has to be here because, well, maybe not, because they could take here and you either repeat or you bring the knight back. And I guess if we bring the knight back, the queens are covering all of these squares, which should give me opportunity to get in, but I don't see the checkmate over here. So I see queen here, king here, queen here, knight here, queen takes, king here, queen here. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll give it another chance. Can't hurt, can it? See, if we go over here, Crazy Players, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Follower number 700, I believe. We were at 700 and somebody unfollowed. That's all right. Okay, and then I can go up here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to play a move. There we go. There we go. That was a bit of a tough one. So Smith Morrow again, but Smith Morrow opening. I haven't really played it. Is this another Smothered Mate puzzle? It is black to move. Yeah, it is. Okay, black to move. Okay, so for this, back to Smothered Mate again, yeah. For this one here, it's looking like it's that move there, threatening the fork. If the king was to go across, you could take the pawn, you could come back, and then you could just go back again. Then he has to go back and you want a pawn. Is there anything else? Okay. What's going on over there? But yeah, today I will be rebuilding my workspace. Make it a little nicer. Okay, so this is white to move. pretty simple one. Exploit that pin. Yeah, Oscar got it. Benny, hello, welcome. How are you doing today? Good to see you again. My stream is a bit all over the place. I did get a really good piece of software over the weekend, so I was streaming on my laptop. My laptop couldn't handle the power of the game, but I will be looking at rearranging my space here and setting up that software on my streaming PC. That way everything can look better, look nicer, feel nicer, and I'll be able to interact with the chat a little bit more. Yeah, Jonty got it on the last one, queen takes and then back rank. What about this one? This one's black to move. Okay, so surely this one must be rook takes. Planning to do this. The other rook holds here, so we have to go across, and then here, and then back, and then here. So after rook takes, queen takes, and then queen takes with check, he goes across, and then the other rook comes up, is what I'm thinking here. Didn't see that move. Didn't see that move. I'm also good, not as exhausted. I had a bit of a relaxing weekend for a change. You know, got some things done. I wouldn't say it was relaxing, but it wasn't intensive. I did a lot of filming on Friday, so I've got a lot of videos to edit. I'm hoping they turn out all right. I have some, yeah, Oscar, you got it, rook takes. So I did some filming, I used the new cameras. Must have filmed like 300 gigabytes worth of material, so even uploading that today is going to take a long time. But yeah, got through a lot of filming. And a lot of editing is in my way. Which book are you talking about? Man with a Dog over on Twitch. This one's white to move. And back to black to move. Yeah, 300 gigabytes. So I was filming in 4K with my cameras, but because the files were so big, I had to downgrade to 1080p. I'm hoping it doesn't impact the videos too much. I guess that's my only worry. And this is the same puzzle, but in reverse. But then they go here, and then you come back, and then they go back, and then you come here. Yanhua, good morning. Yeah, so 300 gigs worth of, it may even be more. I don't think it's less, but it might be more. So my computer's gonna get a good workout over the next couple of days. This one's white to move. Yeah, it was white to move, okay. Okay. Alright, I had a little bit of trouble seeing this because I was like so focused on ideas. But the bishop goes here, undefended piece, undefended piece. I can actually go here, and if he takes, I can take first with check. He blocks, and then I take back. I think that's it. What have we got over here? Oh, Oscar, that's great to hear. Even if you don't understand me fully on what's going on, I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, Queen H5, Jonty, you got it. You got it. Have I ever misclicked with the board? Yes, I have. There have been times where I've picked up the piece and I've gone and put it on the square thinking I'm in an over the board game. And it locks it in because it reads the board, it doesn't read your hand holding the piece. So I've had that mistake. The other mistake I've had is when I'm dragging the pieces, if I drag them too slowly, it will register. Now I'm looking at queen here, threatening this. They have here, but then you have bishop blocks, so they don't have their back rank made. Okay, yeah, and then if they go here, attacking the queen, you've always got bishop down here because the knight is gone. They can't defend because. But let me just double check one thing. So, what I'm looking at is here, and then if they go here and then I block, and then they go here is what I'm checking. No, that's still fine, because then the queen can come here, and then they block, and then the queen goes here. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I was so confident that was good too, because alright. Why did mine not work? That's what we need to figure out. Okay. So I looked at here. And Queen C4. Okay. I looked at here and then I thought I just looked at this option, so I didn't look at it. So this is winning. This is what I looked at. I just didn't see Queen C4. Alright, so I got to focus up a little bit. So let's get out of that one and let's get on to the next puzzle, which is black to move. Okay, so there's two checks here. The first one is take here, and then they block, and there's not much after that. The second one is take, and they have to block and then take with the pawn. Alright, so this one is white to move. White to move. Okay, so I think this one is queen here. They take, king takes, and that puts the king, well, the king was already in the square. But that puts the king in the square. Now, if they try to run the pawn down on its own, the king can get over there, that's fine. And if they try to use the king, then the king can go over there as well. So, Crisis, thank you for the follow and welcome. Guys, if you are new here, make sure you hit follow. I do stream multiple times per week, expanding my hours this week, and plan on upgrading the stream very soon, today in fact. I also do content on YouTube as well, so if you're interested in seeing any of that. It's mostly beginner-based tutorials, so if you are lower rated or new to the game. And I also do reviews and tutorials on how to use electronic boards to improve your game. So yeah, a lot to enjoy. This is white to move. Okay. Okay, this is a good one because there's a lot of interesting things going on here. Like, you're looking at taking here for starters, but I actually think it's knight here. Because the rook holds these squares, so the king has to come down, and then the bishop will come up, hitting there. And this bishop holds this square here, and I don't see anything else for them, so... That's a nice little checkmate right there. And this one's white to move. Okay. How does he deal with that? I don't see a way. IO234, how much is the board? It's around $600-700 US. I don't know the exact price off the top of my head. I do have it on my website, where I've got links to tutorials and videos on it. It's also got a discount code on there, which will get you 12% off. This board is the wooden pieces, but it also comes in plastic. So you can save some money there as well if you are like saving money. So I want to say around 600 USD. Next one's going to be black to move. Okay, so this one here, the first move that jumps out to me is check. If the king goes back, we've got ideas like that. And when they move, depending on where they go, will depend on what we do. If they go here, we take here, they take here, we take here, is one idea. And if they go here, we've actually got this move here, forcing them back, and then that move there, and then takes with check. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's bishop to b4. Okay, and then there is a better move. Once we go here, if they go across here, you've actually got a knight here as well, but then they take there. So I'm not sure about that one. Well, actually, no, because then you can take there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Thought I might have got that one wrong then. Thank you for the likes, by the way. Do appreciate it. Okay, this one's going to be black to move. This one just looks like a rook here. If king moves, you take, so that's fine. Rook here, they block, take, and then take. DH Germany, welcome, welcome. I did mention earlier in the stream before you got here that the software I was using on the weekend on my laptop was really good. I'll be upgrading my studio today to make it look like that and switch over to that software. So hopefully I can make everything a little bit more friendly, because right now I've been having a lot of issues with the stream trying to get everything to work together. So hopefully very soon I get it all figured out. But I did rearrange everything in the room for some filming the other day, and that filming is now done. So I can set it back to the way it was. And how are you, by the way? How was your weekend? This is black to move. Okay, This one looks like it's queen here. They do have stuff going on, but then you can just go across here. It's not like this because they can take, and it's certainly not that because they can take. Bishop takes, rook takes, but they also have this in between check as well. So yeah, I'm looking at this move here. Yeah, I'm hoping it does too. One thing I really need to work on with this stream is making it consistent in setup, because there's been a lot of times where the plugins that I use fail. The cameras keep switching around. So the software I'm using is not very good. So once I get all of that sorted out, it should be better. This one here looks like checkmate in 2. Bit of a Anastasia's mate, if you will. I'll check. The king can't come here, so he's got to go over here. If he goes here, then the knight covers these 2 squares, the pawn covers that one, and the rook comes down and hits that. And if he goes here, like, it's the same deal because these pawns will cover everything else, and the knight will cover there. I did have some terrible games over the weekend. Tried streaming 10-minute games, play on the laptop. Man, streaming is hard when you're trying to talk, interact, and play a 10-minute game. I'm very impressed on how some people can do it. That's a queen there. And it is white to move. Okay, now what I would like to do is something like that. Yeah, it's a case of the easier you make the process, the better everything else is as a result. When I first started making videos years ago, I used to film on my phone. But the problem with the phone was I had to have it turned around so that the good camera would face me, and I couldn't see myself. So it would be a case of I'd be filming without seeing what I look like, and then go ahead and watch the replay to find that half of my head was cut off. So then you have to go and film it again. And that's a pain. Okay, so this one here, obviously I would like something like that, but there's problems of that. There's also problems of the queen coming down here for check and then just taking. And then I had a look at this one here, threatening that. This looks a lot more promising. Then he goes over there, and I'm not sure how to continue from here, but I think it's just simply come back. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at now, is this move here. But I haven't fully got it yet, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so queen takes, threatening this, and if I get this off, I can always push the pawn, and then we've got that there. but it doesn't quite do anything. It doesn't quite give me the mate. So I'm also skipping a move. So like, if I could go there and then go there, that'd be great, but yeah, it's not really working for me. And then Jonty says knight g4, and knight g4 makes a lot more sense because it hits the queen, it hits this pawn up here as well, goes up here, check, and then they go across, and that's a nice fight, Jonty. I didn't consider that though. And now I am looking at something a bit different. I'm looking at bishop here. And the reason is if they take, you take with check, goes across, and then you take the queen. Bishop here, and let's say they go here, for example, then you can go up here and then they go across, and then the queen goes up here. That's what I'm looking at now. Oh, wow. So I make it complicated, and then when I go for the simple solution, then I should have made it simple. Oh, okay. Wrong move order again. I've done this. This is how I get a lot of puzzles wrong. I do it in the wrong move order. Why is this a blunder? What am I missing? No. Why is this a blunder? What? Oh, because it's check. Damn. Damn, I missed it. I missed the check. I apologize to everyone. Okay. Black to move. Okay. This one looks like H4. Yeah, H4. Yeah, I'm not checking the variations. That's a problem. H4, take, push. There, check. Is what I got. And H4, push. Now I got to explore that one. Yeah, that's just take. They do have this square here though, so they could take here. But we got rule of the square anyway. Ran away in the middle of an adoption. Jeez. That's cold. I mean, if you're playing against a GM and you've got time to continue and they're beating you every game, I say keep playing. I'd say keep playing and enjoy getting adopted by a GM. This one's white to move. Yes, how much is the board? If you go to my website there, wiggy.com/chessnut, or just go wiggy.com, you'll be able to go to the page. This one's called the Chessnut Move, and my website will link it to the store there. So this one's around 600 to 700, depending on what pieces you get. I'm using the wooden pieces, but you can also get it with plastic. So yeah, feel free to check those out. Now, knight to g6. Knight to g6, pawn takes g6. Not... okay. Knight to g6, pawn takes g6, bishop to d3. And then rook to g8. I'm not really seeing it. So what I'm looking at is bishop to c4, but then pawn takes knight. What do we got with knight to g6? Knight to c6. Yeah, knight c6 is one that I'm considering, and just pushes the queen across. If only there was a way to get the bishop there safely, though. Yes, there is a way to get it safely. Because of the fork. That was good. Yeah, so we could play that one. Oof. Still waking up, guys, still waking up. Always my excuse. This one's black to move. Okay, part of me wants to be fancy here, but I am leaning just towards this as a move. Part of me was looking for all these weird and wonderful things, like the knight holds this square, so there's no good checks for the queen. So if we go here, because what I was looking at initially was check, and then goes for something up here, but then he goes here, and then what, you've just given up too many pieces, but this just looks good. Okay, so then the question is asked, what happens when they go queen there? That's the next question. So before I play the move, I need to find out what's wrong with it. See, I wanted to maybe go there as well, but they've got two attackers on that square. I've only got the one defender, so that didn't work. Otherwise, I was looking at up here. Up here, queen takes, rook takes, and then rook over here, and then it's equal again, but that's not it. That's not it. Okay. Now I am looking at this again. Queen comes up and then rook comes up here, ready to come across. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, rook lift. Yeah, looks like a few people got that as well. And now rook lift. Looks good. Then let's move here. Well, you just up a piece, aren't we? So. White to move. Okay, so this one here, this doesn't work because they could take with check, and then you capture back, and then they capture here. But if you get rid of the knight first, it could be different, because if they were to move, okay, so first of all, yeah, okay, let's see, they were to move, then you could take, they take, and then take, but they're going to capture, exposing their queen, and then you take. So all seem like good options. Yeah, so after king b8, then you get to take the piece of the knight. The queen is under attack, so they've got to deal with that, and then you take the knight in the center. Alright, endgame puzzles. I'm known for being very bad at these. White to move. Alright, just nice and simple, just take the draw. Take, 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 and then you shake hands and go home. Okay. It looks like it could be rook up here. Yeah, it looks like it could be rook up here. But there's two moves it could be. So my ideas are rook up here, king here, because if they don't, then it's mate, and then you just take, so rook up here, king here, stopping the checkmate, and then you just take, but rook up here, and if they go here, they're stopping everything. Then you go across, then they move, and then you take, check, then they go up, and then the king comes down. But the question is, what are the difference between these squares? Now, this one here doesn't work, because they could take, that's no good, excuse my yawning. And then this one here, they can take. So these two are out. So it's between these two. And that stops that. Okay, that was a good one. Just gotta find the two answers and then figure out why one is bad. What's everyone's rating, by the way? I see a fair few of you in here. Guys, if you are new here, make sure you hit follow. I do stream a couple of days a week. And I also do content on YouTube as well. All right, let's have a look. So this one's white to move. All right, well, the first move looks like it's queen takes h7, but I'm not seeing the follow-up. So okay. Queen h7, king here, knight takes, queen takes, and then I'm looking at like something like bishop takes. If queen there, then rook comes here, pinning the queen to the king is what I'm looking at here. And then castle. I'm not sure if castle is even an option in this game because we don't know if the king is moved or not. So queen here and then castle. I don't think so. I think it needs a little bit more, but I think it is queen here first. Okay, I was kind of worried about this, and then I was thinking maybe we could castle for a check and protect that, but he just goes here, so... Cool. Yeah, who said that? Bishop c7. Does look good. Does look good. Bishop c7, rook c8, rook takes knight. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's go with it. Okay, if bishop takes here, they get this. So if we go here first, and they go here. We go here, they go here, we go here. That looks pretty good. So I think just taking. Alright, so what is happening in this game? I feel like it's just here. Originally I was looking queen takes. Didn't really look at pawn takes much, but queen takes, and I don't know, I just feel like here you've got two pieces, they've got two, this one's under attack, goes here. So I mean, it would be cool if there was something here, but I don't really see anything here. They just take, and then you take, and then they take. That doesn't look good. I find the blue books incredibly difficult. I've had so much going on that I haven't had really much time to study them. I did see Chessable has them available. I'm kind of tempted to buy them on Chessable, even though I own the physical book, just so that I can have them set up on the board. It might make the studying a lot easier. So I'm considering it. I am definitely considering it. But yeah, I'm thinking. Vieira, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I'm thinking knight takes bishop. But I just don't see anything else. So I'm gonna go with knight takes bishop. Yeah, okay. That's what I saw. I saw that move going there. Okay, so I'm guessing it's here. And then if knight goes back to either of these squares, you get the fork. And here, if it comes up to protect, well, you still get this. And then you've even got options like that. Maybe even that straight away. Maybe. So yeah, I'm thinking queen here. Johnny, hello. Barney. Yes, this is the self-moving board, and welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, this is the chestnut move. All right, what do we got here? This is white to move. I know I'd be tempted in a game just to trade the rooks, and I feel like that's probably winning, but there must be something better. No, actually, I think that is it. Take, and then push. Even if they go up, push. But take, and then push, and then king here. And if you go there, well, they can't go here because the knight. So I think that is it. Can I tell you how much it costs? With the white pieces, with the plastic pieces, it's a bit cheaper. Somewhere between 550 to 650, I think, is the price. 550, maybe 600 for the plastic pieces, 650 for the white pieces. I've actually got my website on the screen rotating through. I've got a discount code on there, so you can go to that website and it will link you to my YouTube videos where I've done reviews and tutorials on these boards. And it's also got a link to the store so that you can check out the price. And of course, it's got a little discount code on there as well, if you want to support the channel. And it should get you, I think, 12% off whatever the price on the store is. Oh, I didn't see that move. If you want to hang around, I will be doing a game after I get the next puzzle rung, so you can see what the board looks like when we play again. Oh, okay. Still good. But yeah, DH Germany, back to the question on studying. I've tried the blue books. They are difficult, but I have had a lot of stuff going on at the moment too. But I think one of the biggest challenges of studying when I am so busy is all the time it takes to get everything set up. So I am thinking about just getting the Chessable course, and then that will set up everything on the board. So that will make studying a little bit easier. Not much easier, but probably enough to notice a difference. So Crab Luva, welcome. Has my ELO gone up since I started using it? No, it's actually gone down. But yeah, that's I wouldn't blame the board for that one. No, I've only got myself to blame there. What have we got here? My puzzles have gone up though. I think the Puzzle Rush, I think the best one I've had is 68. This one is white to move. This one's white to move. Knight to D7. Who said that? Jonty, you're on fire. Knight to D7, so I was looking at all weird and wonderful things like this, but yeah, it doesn't quite work. But knight here does. If they take, that's checkmate. And so knight to D7, what if they go here? Okay, so knight to D7, they go here, take with this knight, and then when bishop captures, Then you go rook here, king here, and then knight here. Yes. A beautiful find. Yes, with rook e8. Is the board connectable with Lichess? Yes, it is. So you can connect to Lichess, chess.com. You can even connect to a few other websites. I was talking earlier about connecting it back to Chessable to do some training. So yeah, it's very easy. Like I've got it connected to chess.com, but you can definitely do it on Lichess as well. And this one is white to move. So that just looks like rook to a5 is my first thought. If this pawn wasn't here, the puzzle would be completely different, but because the pawn holds the king off there. So that's really the only good answer they have. And then you take, and then they take, so I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced yet. You could also do this move first, forcing the king one square away. That might make a difference. There it is. You don't want to force them away. Go here, they go here. No, that's not it. I was thinking you go here, but they just take back. Rook b5, I'm questioning it a little bit. So rook b5, pawn push, check. If king goes up, then you take, and that will cover that. So maybe push, check, take, that's fine. Pawn push, let's say no pawn push. Let's say king here. And then rook here. And then pawn here. Yeah, okay. It is working. All right, black to move. Guys, if you are new here, feel free to follow. We'll be streaming multiple days per week. Okay, I feel like it's queen to d4. I feel like it's queen to d4. Okay, so queen to d4. Queen to d4. They can't block because they just take. Queen to d4. If the rook blocks, you've got check, and then take, and some good threats going on there. If here, that's one that we've got to look at. You just take. You just take. That looks good. So yeah, and then of course if they go here, then you've got check. And then if they go here, you've actually got check over here as well. So yeah, I've got a few things going on. Okay, I kind of want to go here. And even if they go here, you've always got this move here. But I'm not convinced. But I'm not convinced. You can take the queen and bishop taking the queen. I guess so. It's one white to move. I'll leave this up for everyone to solve. I'll be back in a moment. All right, what do we got? Everyone's looking at bishop takes e5. Let's have a look. Bishop takes e5. Forking the queen and the king, yeah. Is there any problem there? Yeah, so very nice, Dominic. So bishop takes, the question is, what about that? Well, then you can go queen takes, king takes, and then I'm not sure if that's winning. I think it is. Whoa. Well, I was looking with down a minor piece, but up a major piece. So that's what I was looking at there. Let's have a look at the analysis. So, what was it? It was here. Check, blocked. I was looking at this. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, 1, 2, 3, yeah. My bad. Okay, and then I was looking at, so what else did we have here? And it's not here straight away, because they just take. So what could it have been? What could it have been? So where does he go? Man, knight takes f6 is the best move. There you go. Too focused on the queen. Could have just had the rook. My bad. Alright, I think we've got time for one game. Other way around again? Yeah. I do that a lot. All right, so let's go Ooh, 10 plus 5 or 15 plus 10? Let's just do 15 plus 10. Just going to be one game. And let's just connect the board while we wait. That's if we can get a game. All right, here we go. Oh, what's this? This is a no colleagues Zuckerton. No worries. What is this? What is this? He was. I feel like he just wanted some sort of trap right there, so I just went for the pawn push. I'm trying to see if there's anything here. Takes, and then here. Obviously, if he goes back, it's going to be good for me. But takes here, and then here. I can't even go here because the bishop covers that spot. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything good there as far as a Greek gift sacrifice goes. Do I play viewers? Sometimes. I mostly keep it to people who have been here before. So now Now can I take it? So take, check. So now I think I can take it, because I was worried before about the bishop watching that square, but the bishop's actually on that square now. So if I take, he takes, I go there, and if he comes up, I go here. I don't see any real problems now. I actually think it's a lot better. And yeah, if he goes here, okay, so he goes there. Okay, I think this is just queen h5. What am I missing here? What am I missing? I think it's just queen h5. I think he might have some sort of way out of it. Like if I go here, he goes across, I go here, and then the knight comes in. But if he goes here, I've always got this first. And then come back. And he comes back, and then I go here, and then he goes here, and then I go here. But we've also got here. So yeah, I mean, my games in the 1700s have been very, very hit and miss. Okay. So by removing this pawn now, when his king is here, I can actually go here. So instead of going here, here, and then here, and then here, I can go here. He has to go back, and then I can go here. He goes here, and then I go here, and then he goes across, and then I go here, and I win the queen. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything there. What, I've got 10 minutes left. I'll just be happy with the free bishop. just kidding. That was a That was a very that was a game. He goes up here. This is mate because he goes here. He goes up here. I just go back, take the queen, and then castle. And yeah, I'm just having a good game. Like, I'm surprised by that game. Okay, he's a 1700. He's been around since 2014. He was a 1500. 2 weeks ago. So he's like, oh, okay, so he's been hovering around 14. He's got up to 1700 a couple of times. But yeah, you don't normally see... Yeah, I don't understand either. You normally see, I mean, I haven't had a Greek gift in a long time, so let's just have a quick look through the game. So that's just a free pawn. And this move here, they're trying to go for some sort of remove of the king, is my understanding here. Remove the defender. So I just pushed up and just blocked. I think if you go here, and they try to get something going, and then I don't even know. I don't even know like what the story is. Take, and then something like that. But no, I don't even know what he's doing. I don't even know the opening. Sometime, Johnny, just add me on chess.com. Let me know your username. We might do it sometime. But yeah, this was a funny game. So I had my eye on this straight away, but it doesn't work right now. Take here, and then they can go here. Now, if he goes here, then yeah, he's in trouble, as we saw. But if he goes here, I don't have this move because of bishop here. So I couldn't do it. So instead I just developed. Just standard development. And then he put the bishop there for me, so the bishop was no longer watching. He should have gone here, is my guess. And then I just bring the bishop back to safety and play the game. 2 pawns up. So he took, check, and now, is it here? It must be here. Got the discovered checks lined up. So he has to move his king or move his queen. And move the queen, I'm sure there's something here. I mean, it all just looks good. So if he moves the queen here, even then, still block the queen. King goes here. Yeah, that might be a bit better. Okay. Still up 2 pawns. So yeah, let's check out the game review. Just a quick sneaky, check it out. 92 to 63, 2300 versus 1200. Let's see. I don't get why that arrow points to that square. Okay, so this was my inaccuracy for the game. Thought it was pretty good. Oh, second inaccuracy. Brilliant. Gotta listen to that sound, yeah. What is this gambit though? I don't know. Is it that? I don't even want to say the name of it. So yeah, taking with the king was not good. I was meant to take with a knight here? Or is it just saying that's a mistake because the knight is looking at that square? Look at that. Look at that, everything is going on. Yeah, that was a strange move by my opponent. But yeah, that's how you beat a 1700. All right, guys. Will I be back tomorrow? It's a maybe. It's a maybe, but I will be back on Wednesday. Wednesday will be a big day. I'll be doing 2 streams on Wednesday, one in the morning, one in the evening. So make sure you hit follow. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. Feel free to turn those notifications on if you want as well. You know what? Actually, I am going to stay and do one more game. One more game. Puzzles. I'm going to do puzzles. I'm going to do puzzles for a bit. Let's just connect the board. Let's do, here we go. Yeah, we'll do puzzles for a little bit. We've got them on 2300. Stone throw, let's say, is tougher opponents in the thousands. Yeah, let's not be too unkind to the guy. He already suffered a pretty brutal beat, but yeah, it's a pretty brutal game. All right, this one's going to be black to move. Yeah, it's not a good gambit, and I don't know why. Leave that kind of stuff for the blitz and the bullet games, I reckon. What's my favorite gambit? You know what? I don't really play gambits. If I was to play a gambit, I think I would play the King's Gambit. Just because I feel like that's gone a little bit out of fashion. I did try playing the Vienna with the Vienna Gambit many years ago. Did not work out very well for me. I try not to rely on nasty little tricks in bullet or blitz games because just catching a random opponent off guard when they don't have time to calculate it doesn't really feel too satisfying to me. I'd rather play a 15-minute game where we have to consider our options and find the best move. So yeah, as far as gambits go, like, I don't really play gambits. Maybe I should try playing a gambit again. Like, I feel like this one, King's Indian or King's Gambit? I feel like this is the move, and then they take, and then the queen comes up here, they go here, the queen goes here, they go here. But I'm not really seeing anything after that. See, unfortunately, pawn takes and then rook takes doesn't work because like they've got so many pieces coming back to stop the pawn. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the dirty tricks. I mean, they're good to know. They're good to know, but if you want to play classical games with a long time control, then people will find ways out of those tricks. And yeah, if somebody beats me with like a weird trick or a very strange opening that they spend all their time memorizing, I mean, good for them. But I've got better stuff to do with my day. Or do I? Maybe. King's Indian attack Johnny is not really a gambit. King's Gambit is pushing e4, f4. King's Indian is pushing b6. Oh, sorry, g3. Oh, okay. Here, 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 and then here. And this piece is hanging. Yeah, the first move, you should play the classic Italian, I reckon. Depends, what rating are you, Johnny? I'm always 500. All right, so then I think you should definitely play the Italian. Let me just turn off the engine. This is good. I think this is good. You'll get some good habits from this. You can play different ways. You can even go for gambits like this, where you actually get the good center. And I would say having a look at some of Paul Morphy's games would be a good little fun resource to study through games like this. They're probably a little bit too advanced for 500, but that's a fun way to play. And then of course you've just got nice simple developing principles. I think the Italian game is good for a beginner. And then once you're done with that, then you can expand into the Roy Lopez and play that for a few games and get a good feel for how those games look. That's the exchange variation. Or you go back, and then you'll start getting challenged with different moves as well. And that will be a lot of fun too. And then you can play the Scotch and experiment with all different positions here. And then once you've played a whole heap of openings, you'll find different positions that you'll either like or hate. And then from there, you can go and build your opening. But I wouldn't just stick to one opening, especially at 500. I'd be looking at a whole heap of different openings and learning different positions. Because if you're just doing one, and speaking of openings, guys, make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube, because I am releasing some new opening videos very, very soon. They should be coming out once I get a chance to edit them. But we did a lot of filming last week, and yeah, so new videos will be coming soon for openings. I'm hoping they turned out pretty good actually. I had a much stronger player with me, and we sat down and we spoke about openings, and he gave his input, and then I would ask questions from my 1700 level. So it should be good. So make sure, if you haven't already done so on YouTube, hit subscribe. Let's solve this puzzle. Well, dare I say it needs to be a check, because stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. So we've got check there, but then the bishop takes, so that may not be any good. And we've got check here. We also have check here, but that's no good as well. And here, but no good. So I am definitely thinking it is check there. No, the nasty traps they could be fun, but you don't learn from it. But they're good to know. Especially if you find yourself playing on the other side. This one is, I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing it. But we'll give it a couple more minutes of trying to figure it out. Is it simply queen takes pawn? Attacking the rook? No. No, it can't be, because we're down too much material. We're already down a rook and a bishop. So it's got to be something good here. So I'm I'm gonna give this a go. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, king e1, and then knight. Okay, so bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. If king here, then knight here. If bishop here, then queen takes. Alright, that was a good puzzle. And I think with that puzzle and today's game, I think that might be it. Let me just reset the board. Alright, so I think that might be it for today. I might be back tomorrow, but I will be back on Wednesday, so make sure if you haven't already done so, hit follow or subscribe, depending on what platform you're on. But yeah, I do aim to be back on Wednesday, and I do aim for a new stream setup, which should look a lot nicer, and have a lot more to it to be a more enjoyable viewing experience. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit follow, subscribe on YouTube. I do have some new videos coming out soon, especially opening videos. A lot of people want to see some opening videos, so got some good content lined up. And other than that, I will see you all next time.